This is the egusi, bitter leaf and ugu leaf. And here we have tomato, the pepper, red bell pepper, and the onion I'll be using. So we're gonna dive into the kitchen and get started. So I started by boiling the cow leg. This is it. When it's tender, I'm gonna add the goat meat and leave it to cook before adding the turkey. And this is the fish. I'm gonna season the fish with pepper and onion and steam for 5 minutes and set it aside. I don't want to add the fish to the other proteins because I don't want it to break apart. Yeah, so this is the fish. I added a seasoning cube, onion, and pepper to the fish. So I'm gonna let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes before turning down the heat. Then I'm gonna set it aside and take out the bones. And this is the cow leg. This is the cow leg. It's still cooking. It's really hard. So I've been cooking this cow leg for about 30 minutes, but it's still hard. So I'm gonna still let it cook before adding the goat meat. When the goat meat is tender, then I'm gonna add the turkey before adding my pepper and other stuff to garnish the proteins. So the cow leg is tender now. I'm gonna add the goat meat. And I'm gonna add the onion and the pepper. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of the bouillon seasoning. And then 2 seasoning cubes. I'm gonna give it a good stir. I'm gonna let it cook. When the goat meat is tender, then I'm gonna add the turkey. I'm gonna let it cook. When the goat meat is tender, I'm gonna add the turkey. So these are the proteins: the goat meat, the cow leg, and the turkey. They are all cooked. So I'm gonna turn off the heat and set it aside and start making the soup. So the heat is on. I'm going to start by frying the pepper, the onion, and the tomato. So this is the egusi I'll be using. I'm going to be adding the stock from my meat. I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna add more of the stock. And mix. I'm still gonna add a little. So this is the consistency I'm going for. So I'm going to set it aside. So at this point, I'm going to add half of the crayfish. Then I'll keep the other half for the end. This enhances the flavor. So when you add the egusi, the crayfish is going to penetrate. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of this seasoning powder. I'll leave it to cook for a bit, then add the egusi. So it's time to add the egusi now. I'm going to be adding the egusi in bits with the tablespoon. So at this point, after adding the egusi, I'm going to reduce my heat to medium and let it cook. So I want to check to see how it's cooking. Yeah, so now I'm going to stir the egusi. I don't want it too lumpy though, so I'm going to mix just a little lump, but not too lumpy. So I'm going to mix the egusi. So I'm breaking the egusi apart because I don't want it too lumpy. I'm going to leave to cook for 5 more minutes, then I'm going to add some of the stock. So now I'm going to add the fish stock. So I added the fish stock to the egusi, and I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna add the crayfish, the one I set aside from before. So at this point, I'm going to add the proteins. So this is my egusi soup. I like my egusi soup thick. I don't like it too light. There it is. So at this point, I'm going to be adding the seasoning cubes. I'm adding 2 seasoning cubes. I added the vegetables already, the ugu and the bitter leaf. I'm going to taste for salt. Okay, I think it's good, so I'm gonna let it cook for 5 more minutes before turning down the heat. It looks so good. This soup is so tasty. I wish you can come have a taste. So yummy. I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, and if this is your first time watching my videos, please be sure to subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching my video today. God bless you. Bye.